Hi everyone, this is Demi from Reading with Demi and welcome back to another video. As you can see, this video is already starting a little bit differently. For context, April has been crazy in terms of work and my mental health has taken a bit of a hit, and it took me pretty much half the month to actually get my journal set up for the month, so I've been working on them little and often, which is why there weren't videos up at the beginning of the month because I'd barely done anything at the beginning of the month. But I thought I could use this video to just go through both of my journals, so my main journal and my reading journal, and see what we've done this month. So let's start with my main bullet journal. So this one is from Notebook Therapy. It has the cute otters on the front. I really like it. But let's flip through. So it's a nice bright theme. My original plan, if I flip to the back, it's a bit messy. My original plan was kind of like a roll for sandwich sort of thing on TikTok, where I was gonna use my dice to pick my theme for my bullet journal. And I picked a maximalist I didn't even pull maximalist. I pulled all the things for medium, so I was meant to be using everything I owned essentially, but minimalist. And 3 colours, but when I rolled 3, one of them was a 10, so I got one re-roll, so I got the primary colours and black, and then April showers as a theme. I don't know why I thought all the things in minimalist should go together, but I'll let you judge and see how you think I did. So this is my theme for April. So it's red, yellow, blue, black ink for all of that, and April showers I've kind of gone with umbrellas. The stamp set I believe I got from Studio Calico, and I really like how these stamps look, although they are very messy. You can't see now because obviously I haven't done any stamping today, but I got a lot of ink on my fingers and there are smudges throughout this theme, so just be aware, I guess. But yeah, this is my cover page along with my intentions that I will fill out once I've finished filming this video. It's similar to last few months, what I'm looking forward to, what I want to do more and what I want to do less of. And flipping on over, we have the calendar page, monthly log, that's the word, monthly log. So this is the monthly log again with the stamps. We've got some washi tape. I got this washi tape off of Etsy, and the yellow washi tape I think I got from Temu or Shein. I got a set of pastel washi tapes from there. And I've used all the colours again and just drawn some raindrops on the right hand side there and add some extra space. Again, nothing is filled out, I'll get round to it, but at this point I think it's good to show that sometimes your bullet journal just doesn't get used, and I think April is going to be one of those months where my front pages do not get used. I've been really good at my dailies, so I planned out all the pages in advance and then skipped forward essentially and started filling out my dailies. I don't know how much of this I'm actually going to be able to show you because it's all work related, but I made sure that this page was ready from the first. But flipping on over, we then have my work outputs page. So this spread has been working really well for me in terms of getting on top of everything that I have to do as part of my job. I work for a charity and I'm in charge of a lot of data for them, so there are certain tasks I have to wait for someone else's data to come out before I can do them, so I know they'll come out quarterly. I'll pop in somewhere in here the month that I know that data is going to be available to me. Then got monthly tasks and weekly tasks. And then I had a little bit of space, and so I put my YouTube tracker at the bottom where I'll put the video name and then how I planned it, how I filmed it, edited it. Oh, can't talk today. Have I done the voiceover, have I done a thumbnail, and have I scheduled it to release? So that's how that spread works. But I've kept the colours, I've kept the stamps, I've kept the washi tape. It's as all the things as you can do whilst still being somewhat minimalist, although I don't think I fully achieved minimalist. Moving on, we've got my habits spread. I don't know if it shows up on camera, I'm sure it does. But as I was colouring in this middle one, my hand was smudging the red pen. It was this one here, 885, very red and very easy to smudge, so that's why some of the white bits are actually a bit pastely red. I guess that's pink. And then just drew some more umbrellas at the bottom, and I've just chosen 4 things to track because honestly I don't think I can remember going back when I've done these, so this might just be from now on. It's like I said, it's been one of those months. But then I've also got my bingo board, so things that make me happy, wellness, self-care, things like that. Very similar to last month. This one I'm looking forward to. Me and my sister are going to book something, hopefully, or at least look into booking something. That will count, I think. So that is that. Moving on, I've got my 1 line a day spread. I've been doing 2 lines in the past. So if we flip back to March, I really liked this theme. I hated the headers, I don't know. But you can see here, again, I wasn't good at filling it out. But this was 2 lines, so I've just gone back down to 1 line. And hopefully that'll be a bit easier to fill out consistently. And then I've got quite a blank space for reflections. I'm still not good at filling this page out. I don't fully know what to put in. I might try and do it as like a stats page, similar to my reading journal, which I'll show you in a bit. But this is just going to be where I reflect on how the month has been. I mean, spoiler alert, busy, stressful. And then we go into the dailies, which I am not going to show you, but they all look like that, and it's working really well. So that is my bullet journal. Let's flip on over to my reading journal. So reading journal, as it is, what's the challenge name? Magical Readathon month, as we are going back to school for Magical Readathon. I seem to always do Magical Readathon themes as collages and like scrapbooky, so I have stuck with that this year as well. And I've got some washi tapes on here, some stickers, some little pieces of little pieces of paper like these, just different grey patterns, and some moon post-it notes that I think I saw Jashi Corin use in a design and thought that was cool, so I've incorporated those as well, and just some more washi tape down the bottom. Flipping on over, my reading journal spreads again are very similar to what they were last month. We've got the calendar overview, so I'll colour in the boxes where I'm reading certain books. And then on this side, just the kind of the book I've read, when I started it, when I finished it, and how much I rate it. Flipping on over. This is my kind of like yearly challenges spread. So this is Buzzword Readathon. This is the Buzzword covers. This is the keyword and motif. They're both by the same person. I will tag them below. And then the Goober Readathon hosted by Jashi Corin. If I don't fill one in for a particular month, I will carry that over. So you can see for these top 2, I've not been great. I haven't done any for Buzzword or keyword. As of filming this, I have now done Water, Words and Storm because I've read Empire of Storms. So those 2 will get crossed off. I've done one of the covers. I've done 2 motifs, and I've actually done all of the Goobers up until April, but you get 2 prompts, so I've just put them both on there in case I don't know which one I'm going to pick. It's probably going to be favourite genre because I've been reading lots of fantasy. If you have any suggestions on books I can read for all these other prompts, please let me know, because as you can see I'm falling behind, and soon I'm going to need more than a double spread to fit them all in. But moving on, and we've got my progress page. So this is kind of where I just track how many pages I read each day, or how many minutes I listen to each day if I'm listening to an audiobook. I couldn't decide on colours for ages for these. So as you can see, I'm actually using, let me grab, I'm using these jelly rolls that I've had for ages and I don't think I've ever really used. But I was like, well, it's all grey, so I could go a bit colourful. So I've gone nice and colourful for this spread. I might incorporate that over here as well. This page was kind of a blank page where I didn't really know what I wanted to put on it. So I have, I'm just going to use it to put other media. So TV shows I watch, films I watch, maybe games I play, although honestly I only play The Sims. Any other sort of media that I consume during this month. The next spread is my spring equinox spread for the Magical Readathon. So I've printed out the syllabus for the month, and then I've just highlighted the ones I have to do. So my character is a dreamwalker, which means I have 7 prompts to complete. I'm not going to get all these done in April. I am very aware of that. My plan is to have them all done by the time the autumn equinox rolls around. So that gives me 6 months, which is good, I think. Bit more doable for me. I can read like lots of books in a month, but I've not been doing that really recently. And I don't remember the last time I hit 7. So I have to read a book for alchemy, which is a book that has all the capitals in the title. My plan is to read, or listen to actually, Rogue Protocol by Martha Wells, which is a book in the Murderbot Diaries. I think it's book 3, I think that's the one I'm on. I really like listening to like Murderbot Diaries when I'm on a train, because I feel like I can fit most of the book in one day because they're nice and short. For Art of Illusion, I have to read a book that I'd already planned on reading this month. So for my work book club, I chose that we read Throne of Glass, the first book, because I started Throne of Glass series in January, February, earlier this year, and I'm devouring it. So I knew I was going to be reading at least one of those books this month, so I put Empire of Storms and Queen of Shadows on here as well, which we'll get to at the end. For astronomy, I have to spin a colour wheel, and I got purple, so I picked Fix Her Up by Tessa Bailey, mostly as a palette cleanser, as it's a nice easy romance. Just romance. It's a nice easy romance to read. The next prompt I have is for conjuration, and for this one I had to use a random country generator for the author, and the country I ended up picking was Botswana. So this is Womb City by, and I'm really probably gonna butcher this name, I am so sorry, Clo Samasi. I'm so sorry, but this is like a sci-fi dystopian book about being tracked and race and gender and lots of things. I'm listening to this at the moment, it's really good. The next prompt was for spells and incantations, so it was a word from the last book you read title at the time of watching G's video. So at the time of watching G's video, I had just finished Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. So I was looking for a book that had dark or matter in the title, and I have picked One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. The next prompt is lore, and for this it's a book that has a musical term in the title. So I have picked The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins. I need to catch up on the Hunger Games series. I know the new one was released earlier this month, I think. I've not read The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes either, so I have that one on hold at the library. And the final prompt is for Psionics and Divination, and that is a book with witches or the occult, and I picked Queen of Shadows, again from Throne of Glass by Sarah J Maas. I won't lie, I am really enjoying the witch characters in these books, possibly more than I'm enjoying the main characters. I don't know if that's like a terrible thing to say, but then again, I'm only on 4 and 5, so things might change, who knows. So they are the prompts I have to read for Magical Readathon and the books I plan on reading. This is all subject to change. I might change my mind, I might DNF one of these and find another book, but that's the plan. If that is the case, I can just I'll pull out the covers and pop new ones in. And the final spread in this book is my review spread, so obviously it's not fully filled out, but I've chosen similar prompts to last month. So how many books have I read? How many pages have I read? What was the average rating of all the books that I've read? How many books did I haul? How many books did I unhaul? How many rereads did I complete? And how many series have I made progress in? That might also be series continued, completed, if by some chance I finish a series, which I don't think is going to happen. And then down here I just have stats for the last 3 years. So 2022 I read 3 books, which was 909 pages and an average rating of 4. In 2023 I read 6 books with 2045 pages and an average rating of 4.3. And in 2024, when I was putting it in, I read June's data instead of April's for some reason. So I've actually read 3 books last year in April, which was 1,296 pages and an average rating of 4 as well. And then on this page, I'm going to put in some pie graphs. I've drawn these in the past, and then again watching Jashi Corin's video on her reading journals, she makes the pie charts on Excel and then just prints out black and white ones, which I think is so much easier. So that's my plan for these. So I'm gonna track length, format, ratings, and the genres that I've read. I imagine this is going to skew heavily fantasy. This is going to skew heavily long because those two things go together. I think this is going to skew heavily ebook as I have not picked up a physical book this month. So those are my journals for the month of April. I should probably already start planning May's, but I am not there yet. Let me know if you like this sort of after the fact video or if you prefer the time lapses. And if you've made it this far, tell me what book you are currently reading. I am currently reading One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig to get my magical readathon done. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye bye!